Cenat, Elden Ring, sweet potato. What? Oh, nah. I thought we were just randomly mentioning things you'd never expect to hear together in the same sentence. God damn, I knew I should have gone with centrifuge instead of sweet potato. Anyway, if you're on the gaming side of the internet, you've probably noticed a bit of a resurgence in the notoriety of From Software's critically acclaimed homewrecker, Elden Ring. And if you're on the stupid side of the internet, you've probably noticed that I haven't posted a video in a long time. Oh, I've been busy! Existential crisis, gradually failing social relationships, crying my eyes out to Interstellar, completing my premium bucket collection, but thankfully I haven't been abusing any substances. I'll accept this one. It's legal! But to the 3 people who still care, including my mom, I swear I will be consistent from now on, and I promise to post weekly. Soon as I get over my Delta addiction. But back to Elden Ring and Cenat. When you hear about Cenat playing a game, you probably think about more casual stuff like, say, NBA 2K, FIFA, maybe Grand Theft Auto 5, I don't know, stuff like that. Definitely not Elden Ring. I mean, I know he recently started doing these marathon streams where he played games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, but when I heard him say he was gonna play Elden Ring on stream and not quit until he completed the game, I was convinced that there was no way he was going to complete Elden Ring during a marathon stream. Even Donald Trump never beat Elden Ring.
Say about my people, the Poles.
He never played it. What, you mean this guy's gonna beat Malenia?
Here one time!
Oh, I stand corrected. As someone who has completed Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze 16 times in easy mode, I think I speak for gamers all around the world when I say this is a big boy game. See, the reason why Kai was able to beat this game is in fact pretty simple. Perseverance. No, wait. I know that might sound like an obvious answer, and I guess it kinda is, but a lot of people tend to think they can't beat Souls games because they're just simply too hard. They are too hard. Well, like with anything in life, you literally just have to keep getting killed, and killed some more. Oh wait, did I say you were gonna get killed? Look, the thing I've noticed with games like this is that the key is to learn the attack patterns of the bosses, which in order to do, most of the time, you have to get defeated by the bosses multiple times, so you can then know what to expect from these enemies in terms of their movements or attack patterns. I know it's easier said than done, considering you can beat her ass for an hour straight and then just get hit by one move, and you have to start all over again. Or you can finally learn all his attack patterns and defeat him and then find out that he was just the first stage of the boss battle? But look at it like this. It's like playing Donkey Kong. Unless there's no donkey, just a Kong. Why is he even called that? What the hell does the donkey actually even mean? And why haven't I googled it yet? Miyamoto used the word donkey to convey stubborn? Stubborn. To beat Elden Ring, you need to be stubborn! Kai was so stubborn that he beat the entire game without the use of summons or magic! And just to be clear here, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with using summons or magic in Elden Ring. Look, if they made the game easier or in any way more enjoyable for you, go ahead and use them. As long as it's an option that was put in by the developer, I don't see it as a cheat of any sorts, and definitely not dishonorable as some people on Twitter would like to say. Nonetheless, I do think that Kai beating the game without the use of summons or magic makes his playthrough even more impressive, especially considering the fact that he's a first-time Souls-like player. Now, all of this has been some pretty damn good free marketing for From Software, because Elden Ring is actually getting a DLC in June, and you know what? I'm thinking about picking up the base game very soon. Look, I won't lie, the whole Cenat thing really made me want to do my own playthrough of Elden Ring. Like, I've played a few hours at a friend's place, but now I also want to be a real gamer and beat Malenia myself! So here's where my 7+ years of experience with pain and suffering finally come in handy. See, I'm not too used to Souls games, I'm not gonna lie. In the previous video, I have referred to myself as a Mario Kart aficionado. I don't like too much stress, but I really want to play Elden Ring, but I'm scared I'll spend 60 great American dollars on it and suck! And get stuck. But Cenat did it, and it was his first Souls game, but Cenat's job is literally to stay on stream and entertain people, so he had a pretty huge incentive to spend countless hours trying over and over again. Okay, enough of that, I'll get it. Here's one thing that really surprises me about FromSoft games. They're so difficult, yet so popular. I don't understand it. But I try to think about it, it doesn't really make any sense to me. You would think that the best-selling and most popular games would be games that appeal to a wide demographic of people, and games that a lot of casual players can just pick up and enjoy. I don't think the average casual gamer has the patience to play through a Souls game. Like, just for context on what I'm talking about here, Elden Ring has sold over 23 million copies in 2 years. Talk about major distribution! But then again, it is a testament to the quality of these games and the feeling of satisfaction you get from felling a great enemy. Ugh! Isn't it weird how someone who played a game for a marathon 160 hours and died over 400 times to a single boss still enjoyed the game enough to the point where he called it
Absolute cinema.
Yeah, he thought it was a 10 out of 10 despite the difficulty involved. This man said he's never felt this good about gaming since 2017, and again, he called it
Absolute cinema.
And I think there's something to be said here about how the right kind of difficulty can make or break a game. When it comes to spiking up the difficulty, a lot of games just make enemy attacks take up way more of your health, or make your attacks take up less of the enemy's health, which is okay, I guess, but it doesn't really force you to improve your playstyle or react to the enemy starting to move and attack differently or more aggressively. This is what we call bad difficulty, and by we, I mean gooners. With difficulty like this, it's usually a situation where if you could beat the game on normal, you can still beat the game on hard by doing the exact same thing, except it'll take longer since you just have to hit the enemies more times now. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do anything differently or try out new playstyles. You just keep doing the same thing you did on the easier difficulty, but doing it for slightly longer now since it takes more attacks to drain the enemies. And I think FromSoftware games make their difficulty really interesting by having enemies that behave and attack very differently from one another, as well as constantly forcing you to stay on your toes, pay attention to enemy attack animation startups, sound cues, and actually just develop different strategies in general in order to defeat enemies. It makes you feel way more engaged in the game, and it's especially satisfying when you decide to come up with a new playstyle or attack strategy and it actually works! I would know a thing or two about that. Yeah, I know I said I'm a Mario Kart aficionado, but I do play other games, believe it or not. Now, I'm pretty sure this whole Elden Ring marathon thing has definitely made a lot of casual gamers way more interested in trying out Elden Ring. What I mean is, a good number of Kai's audience consists of people who aren't necessarily hardcore gamers, but are at least interested in gaming to a certain extent. Maybe more mainstream stuff like GTA or Fortnite! I'm sorry, but I just have a bit of an interesting history with Fortnite! Whew, that is a topic for another day. Think of it as part of the ABT lore. But as I was saying, the marathon has definitely encouraged a good number of his fans to be more open-minded towards more intense gaming experiences, and I've been seeing a lot of people say so on Twitter. Heck, I'm already encouraged to buy the game, and I beat Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze 16 times as Punky Kong.
And now he's ready for adventure.
Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Erdtree? I think that's how you pronounce it. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC releases in a month, and I won't lie, I'm pretty stoked to see what new things the game still has to offer. Will I be buying this DLC? Will I be seeing you in hell? Exactly, so let's not ask difficult questions here, buddy. To be honest, I don't know too much about the DLC when it comes to specific information. I'm more interested in just playing through the base game right now. But I do know it will feature a new storyline. Well, obviously, as well as new areas to explore, and new weapons and abilities. Yes, the sun will also rise tomorrow. Any other questions? None? I take it I've done a great job. Bye-bye.